Hello, and welcome back to Lightly Salted. I'm your co-host, Marcos.
I'm Miguel.
I'm Charlie.
And Omen.
And he's back. Omen, back from wherever he came from. So, real quick, this is our first episode.
We hope you enjoy. As you might know, or might not know actually, our first 3 episodes are sadly recorded on a phone. So, a little choppy, but Marcos did his magic, you know.
I tried my best. That's what he's trying to say. I tried my best. Yes, sadly, they're all recorded through phone. All these 3, the next 3 episodes that are coming up. But after that, they're going to be recorded through, mixing and everything else. But other than that, they're all right. You guys have anything to say?
I miss Ben.
Oh yeah, Ben's in this episode.
Ben is in this episode, but he's not here with us today, so he is in spirit.
Damn you.
Yeah, but you know what? We have Omen. Omen has switched. Right, Omen?
Oh my god.
Right, Omen?
He beat to me.
Speak to me in a dream. But anyways, other than that, well, this is going to be the first episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, and real quick, the title of it is what, Miguel?
It's called Create Yourself.
I can't believe we're making titles.
Yes, we are. We're gonna be doing this more often. And not only that, but it's featuring a death metal band from downstairs named
Always.
Depraver. Yeah, they're cool. Check them out. Other than that, here's the first episode. Hope you guys like it. Enjoy, and yeah, take. Alrighty then, welcome back to Lightly Salted.
Hello.
With your amigos, Marcos, Miguel, Charlie. He's here.
Hey.
And then Omen couldn't be here, so we got Ben, the mighty Ben. Yeah, fly.
Charlie's like, it's Miguel Marcos. Charlie!
Yeah, 'cause Charlie is finally here.
What's up?
It's
been a while.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
How's your adventures going?
It's been, okay. See, this is where, I'll tell you about my adventures. I went out with this girl. We were at the marketplace, right? And she pulled me aside to have a real conversation about cause she got a little taste of who my friends are.
Yes.
And it amazed her. It really amazed her because she's like, your friends are so, they're real. They're not pretending to be something not, and they're very they accept me for absolutely don't even know me, and they accept me. And she's not she was telling me it's really hard for her to make friends. Not hard for her to make friends, but be herself.
Yeah.
Be herself, point being herself. And she was telling me it's you. She was telling me you and your brother are 2 different people, and with you, I can be myself.
Yeah.
And I felt so. I'm like, what do you mean? You're allowed to be whoever you want to be, yourself. You as a person. And she really touched me in as a person, within in the person, not sexual or anything, just in person wise, because she really I'm happy that she told me straight out how she was feeling, and it was, I don't know, I told her always be you, cause I'm you're never gonna be anyone else in life, and you need to make friends who accept you for you. You need to find friends who accept you for you. And I was telling you about this, how I wanted to bring her here to the studio, cause I know you, and I know you, and I know you, and
He's pointing at all of us right now.
Yeah, I'm pointing out Marcos.
Yeah.
Fucking band, and it's just honestly, if she met you guys, she would have felt that need to find more people like this. Cause like you said, she already found somebody to be able to figure yourself. And this is one thing that kind of makes me feel sad. It's just that why do you think you have to be someone you're not, and why do you think you need to fit into this the culture? Why do you think you have to fit in?
Yeah.
Why can't you find friends who accept you for who you are, who want to explore your mind, want to explore your thoughts, want to go beyond that? Mm-hmm. Why? I'm just asking. Why do we try to be something we're not?
Yeah. Well, I think you answered it right there. It's this form of identity. You're looking for people that can kind of relate to you and stuff, and it's hard because you're going
you're looking around with strangers and stuff, and you know, and you kind of put on this persona of like, you know, maybe if I show stuff that I'm interested in and stuff that I know and like and stuff, then I can attract people that are maybe the same mentality, the same ideas and stuff like that. But sometimes it can be quite the opposite, you know. Sometimes it attracts people that are completely like way not in the field in that. You guys have anything to say about that?
It was just basic loneliness, man. Like after a while, being just not finding anybody, you tend to adopt these other personas that other people around you have,
Yeah.
and you pretend to be that way, and it just contradicts of what you believe, and it's hard to find certain people that think the way you do because they might see it differently and accuse you of other shit. That's
It's kind of like being like
different.
you get so caught up with the facade of like you being this character.
Yeah.
You end up just being a character rather than who you really are. You get lost in this mentality of it.
And then when you finally open up to one of these people and they see who you really are, they're like, "Whoa!" They take a step back. And
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Whoa."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. How I was talking with Ben, which was like, you know, everybody has their own mentality on things. Everybody has their own ideas of things. But why do you have to? Why do you think you have to? Why do you think you have to? How do you say this? Why do you think you have to be? Why do you have to care about someone else's opinion about you? Why do you have to care about somebody else's opinion about you? Why can't you care about your own things? Why can't you just be like, yo, this is what I want and this is what I'm trying to aim for? Why do you have to care about somebody who is not within your field of area and like has no it transforms you into something you're not?
Yeah. You have to say anything to say about that, Ben?
Yeah, I think a reason why people kind of end up being that way of like looking for validation from other people is that a lot of times with people aren't really encouraged to be themselves. You know, they're not. Growing up, it's you're always, well, I think maybe it's a little different now because kids seem to be a lot more outspoken.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when we're all of like the similar age group.
Of course, like, we're all in the 20s.
I was growing up, like, most things were pretty like homogenous with like what kids were perceived to be and be into and interested in. You know, like growing up, there wasn't like, I mean, obviously there was a market for things like, you know, video games, comics, cartoons, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was seen as like, oh, that's like geeky, weird shit.
Yeah.
Now it's completely normal.
Oh yeah, the norm has
So
changed.
it's just like, people are constantly telling people, oh, don't do that because, you know, these kind of people don't do this kind of thing, or these people kind of do this kind of thing. You know?
And it's a shame. It's a shame because I think it goes back to that one thing with your friend saying like, you know, she's going out there and looking for like people that are like kind of similar to the stuff that she likes and stuff, and it's kind of like she meets these people and then they give her like, oh, well, that's not the norm with us.
Yeah.
And then because of that, like that kind of like subculture, like that kind of group
Kind of puts you in a corner.
Yeah, puts you in a corner of like not being yourself. Now you have to be this character if you even want to be around them. Thus, like not being you.
You creating a false, you know, persona
Yeah.
about you. And
Yeah, and like now all these people, and now you're kind of spreading that ideology of like now everyone has to kind of be this, or else like you're not involved in this, which is kind of sad.
Which kind of reminds me of, you remember that we went to Bionic and then we were talking about slam metal?
Bionic is a record shop, by the way, which we highly recommend.
Yeah, please go.
Yes.
So we were talking about slam and how slam metal and how kind of ridiculous it is.
Yes.
And once one of the workers there like started hearing our conversation, he's like, okay, I didn't know at what side to come in with, but now that I know what you guys opinionate, I can say what I want to say because I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where like a lot of people don't really tend to see, like, oh, I'm gonna see what they say and then put my opinion, see if it fits.
Let me test the water before I say anything, just to make sure I'm not offending anyone.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's
hard to do, but
it's hard to do, and
you're stepping.
table flip. Sorry.
It's like trying to not step on eggshells, but go on.
No, but I'm hearing Miguel here, and it's quite sad, honestly, because we're at that point where our conversation has to be like censored in a way or form, and we have to like basically hear it out before we say anything.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ben?
No, I think people say it's like a new thing. I don't think it's a new thing.
No, honestly, I don't think it's new either. I think it's been around for a while, and I think it's something that us as people are still adjusting to. I guess it's more open now. I guess like it's a little bit more open about it now, and now everyone's trying it out, saying like, you know what, I guess let me say it's out in the open now. I know I got my.
Oh, they're gonna say something.
No.
No, but I mean, I just find it really strange how like there's people who want to be accepted, and there's a lot of people out there that don't really care, like don't care about being accepted, and like somehow because you don't care about being accepted
yeah.
within society, and you do your thing and you go within your bliss,
yeah.
you find amazing people that are also doing this. Like, how is it possible that I am here in this fucking room and I'm friends with you, I'm friends with Ben, and I'm friends with this guy? How is that possible? To me, that's amazing. To me, that's like my energy and my aura is attracting even more better and beautiful people that just have an open idea of everything, and it's just you're artistic. You're beyond.
By the way.
You're beyond like what I would imagine to ever have as like a friend.
Yeah.
And it's just so amazing. Like I mean, I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
Because of the person I am, not caring about like what people think about me, I ended up fucking. I'm sorry for using that.
No, we don't care.
I ended up finding such amazing people, and I just at times I'm just like,
Damn, we're lucky.
I'm lucky. I'm very lucky because I mean, not a lot of people like this girl that she right now in this moment in time she has not found besides myself.
Yeah.
She has not found anyone that really pushes her to be herself and pushes her to like.
Yeah.
Yo, like, there's a different world out there, and there's people who think beyond this, and who accept me for who I am. It's just so amazing and so beautiful. That
You wanted to add something, Miguel?
I just feel like people that really try to open up to who they are will, in a sense, kind of be afraid to be put down on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest. If we speak our minds, we're gonna be looked at a little weird.
Yeah.
And the people we know, like, they're comfortable with that, so they have that open mind. You know what I mean?
You can sometimes everybody here says at least one thing. Everybody's
But I think when it comes to our group, when it comes to at least the circle here, that the podcast and all, I think a lot of us are really open to discussion, and where everyone here is trying to before I start questioning this person, let me hear this person out, and then get into it. And going into your topic, I think what it is that I don't want to say subconsciously, but you have this form of mindset, and you have this energy and stuff. Well, this goes for anyone, honestly, that you tend to attract the same thing. It's kind of like you know what you want, and you end up looking for it, and it happens. It comes out. And I think when it comes to your friend, that's what's going on. I think once you start, going out there, being yourself, and then being comfortable with people around you. Like, it could be like someone way that's not even in the same the same thing with you, like the same subgroup or anything that you like and stuff. But you just find people that will get along with you and will hear you out and like you for basically your opinions, the way you are, the way you act, and I mean that's what happens. Honestly, I think that's how friendships happen, because you find someone that just gets along with you in that kind of in a much more grander sense than just I like this, and so if you like this, we should be friends.
Yeah.
More than I like this, and this person's showing me something interesting and new that now I'm gonna start liking, and then it's a symbiotic relationship in a way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's that open-mindedness that just attracts each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it's to me that's amazing, and it's I mean, there's also, we also fall out, we also fall out from the old friendships that we used to have. I mean, of course, everybody starts growing their own opinion as you move forward towards life. You start developing your own opinion on things, and you do fall out with certain people, and it's amazing how you fall out. They'll find new people within their thoughts, and you'll find new people within their thoughts. I don't think a person should try to be something they're not. Cause you'll find someone within your aura, within your you want to be exploring, within the mind, you want to explore, you want to be yourself, you want to be able to talk about whatever you find interesting. It's so funny okay, you're into music, but you're not all about music. I mean,
I mean,
it's interesting, but like the thing is like you are
Like the identity and stuff, or
no,
like
no, not identity. It's you're like you can. How do I say this?
best way you can.
You can adapt. There you go. You're an
Yeah.
adapt. You can adapt to anything.
Here's my thing, because I to add into that, 'cause I love music. Like, don't even get me wrong. Like, that's like my life in general. But at the end of the day, if music for me didn't exist for me, I'd probably do something else. Like, music isn't me. That's the best thing. Because that's what's gonna add to identity.
Yeah.
It's like music isn't my identity. Like, I love it and I can do like whatever I want with it. But at the end of the day, that's not me. If music wasn't in my life, I'd probably be reading books or doing something else. Like, I'd do something else, but that doesn't change me. I am still me regardless.
See,
Yeah.
I like that. See, you are you no matter what. So why do we have to identify as something? Why do we have to be a certain thing and not be able to be free
Yeah.
to explore? Why do I have to be a certain thing? Why can't I just I mean.
Yeah, like why can't you embrace like your individuality?
Yeah.
You have to.
Okay.
Why would you have to?
Label it. Why do I have to label it? Why
Yeah.
can't I just be individually?
Yeah.
Me, I am my soul, and beyond being a guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's not just me.
Yeah.
What is me is my personality and
Yeah.
who you like.
Yeah.
If my face was just all that it was,
Yeah.
you wouldn't not a lot of people would be my friends.
I'll be your friend.
I'll still be your friend.
yeah. It's you become the reason we're friends and the reason we like each other is because we're able to understand each other and we're able to have great conversations and we don't take everything so far up that we don't want to be friends. We take everything maybe this guy maybe he has something going on.
I think adding to that, I think what people are losing now is that the socializing and the way we communicate and have arguments, and not arguments as in like hateful yelling at each other. I mean like the actual term of argument, where like we actually have some form of debate and we're able to actually digest it and actually like challenge it and defend it and stuff like that. Like in a more mature and in a more compromising manner. And I think that's what I think today we're losing and stuff. And then going back to like the whole, being more individual and why can't people express that? Sometimes
It's insecurity, bro.
Sometimes people have nothing else to have. They end up just that's all they have is their going back to identity, I guess. Like that's all they have is like whatever identity they have. That's all they have, and they don't let go of it. They just that's who they are. I mean, I think Ben was saying that earlier ago. I don't know if you want to coin in on that.
Yeah, I think that people hold on to trauma,
Oh, yeah.
things like that. And it's just like people hold on to bad shit, good shit, and they let in the end, what you want to define you will define you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, other things that you're not even conscious of will too.
Yeah.
So it's just I think it's impossible to really pinpoint things and really tell. And that being said, you should really just kind of be open-minded about stuff, especially about yourself.
Yeah.
Because dude, oh my god, that's a lot of work to and you just end up overthinking,
And that's
So
a big demon right there.
Yeah, and that's why it's important to talk to people too. And it's also really important to talk to yourself and make sure you're understanding things, but some things they're not that deep.
No.
Some things it's just hey, this is just how it is. This is good, this is bad, this is great, whatever it is,
Yeah. You have anything to say, Miguel? No, but adding to that, you have a good point. But to add to that, no, actually, yeah, I get you on that one. Because it makes sense. Trauma is hard. I mean, that's what trauma is. Trauma, right? Like, everyone handles it differently. And who are we to say that, this is, the way to go when it comes to life and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just sometimes that is themselves, that identity, it is themselves. And we can't really criticize that. I mean, we could,
Yeah.
but we can't say that's right or wrong. It's sometimes whatever identity based on ethnicity, gender, whatever, that is their image, and all we can do is really wish them well, and then accepted in a way.
Alright, well, going back to the gender, because we were just talking about this.
Hold on.
It's a conversation that's beyond this, but it's
Here it
so
comes.
I mean, okay, so I was at a movie with the female, and we were just going to see the movie John Wick 3. Please go.
Sponsored by John Wick 3.
Sponsored by John Wick.
Plug.
Okay, so I mean, think about this. Okay, so I mean, I go in and I'm getting my ticket, and I'm like, here you go, dude. All I said was, here you go, dude, and like, he didn't like that. He told me that he identifies as a she, and all I said was like, all right, dude. So I gave my ticket, went to the line, and a few minutes later, the manager came and started telling me that I upset one of his coworkers, and like I was so confused because I mean, think about it, like everybody has this, everybody thinks that like their identity is everything when it's the person who you are, like who you are in the deep core, who's everything, not the physical, the inner, and this person it got me heated because you got mad about this little thing. It's like you overreacted over it. Like maybe I overreacted as well, just getting mad at the manager as well, But like still, like I mean, like to me, it's just like
interrupted John Wick.
yeah, you interrupt John Wick.
What did you say?
Unacceptable.
What did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
I got so heated, like it was ridiculous because I was number one. Okay. Everybody in their life is focused in their life. You do you care about the people you want to care about. So other people within that you don't care, that I think you don't care about, shouldn't matter. They shouldn't matter because they're not paying your bills, they're not paying your rent, they're not paying your phone, they're not paying your rent. That's rent. But so why do you care so much about what I have to say or call you? Like I mean, it wasn't like I was calling this person anything mean, But it got me heated because I mean, who are you to tell me that I upset you just because I misgendered you? Like, so what, dude? Like, relax. Like I don't know you, you don't know me. We're going through separate lives right now, and you're getting upset over me. Like that's very like what the fuck, man? Like that's very like, isn't that very douchey of you to try to so you got upset, you got yourself upset, because I think everything is perspective. Everything is within your perspective. You got yourself upset. I did not get you upset.
Yeah.
And it got me not mad, but just not furious too. I don't want to say furious, but just got me
Upset.
not upset. It just got me irritated. It got me more irritated. There you go. It got me more irritated than anything. It's just like, why are you trying to? Now you're trying to force something into my life, and now you're trying to get something into my life. Like I don't know you, you don't know me. I'm just trying to go through life. I'm just trying to see John Wick. Must see. It is amazing, but yeah, like people are so stuck within this. Just people are just so stuck within caring about other people's opinions. Why do you have to care about other people's opinion? Like, look, you know what you want in life. And you know what you want to do in life. Why do people within your area that don't matter have to matter?
Yeah.
So what'd you say about this, man?
What I think is that, like, for one, it's a touchy subject when it comes to like people with like gender,
Identification.
gender identity, non-binary, whatever, LGBTQ stuff. I don't know what the exact.
You have to bet people.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
The exact.
You have to bet.
What this person, this person identified as female.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
No, I know.
But what I'm saying is that I see what you mean. Like, you shouldn't let what people say to you hurt you.
Yeah.
However, no one can stop the fact that things do hurt them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't deny pain. Pain is a real thing,
Mm-hmm.
And if this person, I don't know, who knows? I mean, you didn't even see what happened. This person could have lied and like pretended like you assaulted them or something.
Yeah.
But this person could have also been totally sincere.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that, this person, I told them.
Yeah.
And they didn't respect me.
Yeah.
Because that's when people say stuff like, "Oh, my gender identity." it's an extension of himself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to, it's like this, I'm not gonna make a comparison.
No, I know, but
It's
that's
similar to,
kind.
like going to someone's house and putting your foot up on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my table. I don't care. I can buy a new one if I have to.
Yeah.
But you're disrespecting whoever's house you're at
Yeah.
by putting your feet on their table.
Yeah, it's
Why
like,
are you doing that? Why are you enforcing all what you care about on similar to what you're saying?
You're saying that
the same
person-
could be saying could
Yeah.
be said to what
So-
your argument is of like, well, this is what you believe. Okay,
Yeah.
I asked you nicely if you could
Yeah.
use the terms that I prefer,
Yeah.
and whether willing or not, you didn't do it. And
Yeah.
for whatever reason, it upset this person.
No,
You
yeah.
know? And it's like, I don't know, like, I can't say because, like, I'm not a trans person, so I can't really say I understand how that must
Yeah.
feel, but I know what it's like for people to disregard.
Well, like, I guess
Well, okay, even as a trans person, like you're a human being. You're a human being. So what gives you more the right to get offended than me? Like you're a human being. We're both human beings.
Yes.
Whether you want to be male, female, whatever you want to be, why do you get a pass to be more offended than me? Like you should. I would not care if I got misgendered. I would not care. No, even if I was whatever. I would not care because you know what? Their opinion does not matter. Why does the world have to matter with you? And then that's when we came into our conversation. That there's people who have to be accepted by the world, and there's people who don't really care that much.
Because that's the thing, the world doesn't, in the past, and even now
Yeah.
sometimes, the world doesn't accept everybody all the time.
No.
And it's obviously it seems to be a problem for trans people.
Yeah,
The world does not,
no.
for the most part, hasn't at least
Yeah, so
accept them. for
so
who they
it's a
are.
touchy subject, and obviously they've had it pretty rough. That group that group had it pretty rough and stuff, and we honestly don't know because you're right. We're not trans, and we can't really understand what they go through. And I assume they go through a lot of like shit, basically.
And then you have to assume that there's some that don't.
Yeah. Because it's unlogical to say that like all
of them are.
No, I
Yeah.
mean like it's but I will say a good majority of them do go through, will suffer through that stuff.
Because it's not perceived to be normal.
Yeah,
It's not perceived to be normal or.
I feel Charlie in the subject that person say like, yeah, he or she said like, hey, I don't identify as a dude, and Charlie's still like, okay, dude, like.
Yeah.
At that point, this person doesn't really care. So why would you flip out and care more than what Charlie did? Like,
So
I get it.
That's
I get
this
it.
person's feeling.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
it's a sort of respect that is expected from them, I guess, from when they say like, hey, I don't identify this way.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, understandable. I don't know you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Similarly, when you talked about that thing about how your friend beat up that guy who was smiling at that concert.
Oh, yeah.
Why does it matter if this guy's out there voicing his opinion? It's not like he's hurting anybody.
True. I feel.
Yeah.
You know, like,
No,
because I'm saying,
this is
it's
my
like,
yeah.
who cares what he says?
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't even win the damn war.
Yeah.
You know, nobody takes Nazis seriously.
I feel like
Like, everybody agrees that they're wrong. Why should we go out of our way to punish them for their beliefs?
Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah.
Well, obviously we should because
Yeah.
that's a terrible thing
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, there was a house by my house had a swastika. I drove by it. I was infuriated.
Yeah.
I was like, how can you do that? That's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, man, like this can't go unpunished.
No.
We live in a free ass country. You can say or do whatever you
There you go.
want with consequences. It's not illegal to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it's stupid. But it's not illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't do anything about it.
Everything has a consequence, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you went by the house, did nothing, cause you knew, like,
There's nothing I can do.
yeah, there's
I
not
can't
much
change
nothing
this
you can
person.
do. It's just that you knew, like, you doing something wasn't gonna affect this person.
It'd probably make it worse.
Yeah. So see, there you go. So you went on with your day.
Yeah.
And you went on with your day, and you accepted that. You know what? Like, there's people out there who's gonna listen. There's people out there that's not gonna listen. There's people out there that are bad. There's people out there who are not bad. But you have to understand that people do their own thing, and that people go their own ways. Why do you? Who are you to enforce something upon other people?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, it goes all around.
Yeah.
It goes all around.
Yeah.
If you don't like something being forced upon you, do not force your ideas upon other people.
That's totally true, yeah.
Like,
It's valid, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's this era that just expects to be given things. You know what I mean?
Like,
And it doesn't work that way at all. I don't think it's ever gonna work.
That's
that
the
way.
shame, honestly, because like, in a way, like I understand this person. This person, you know, felt hurt because of something that the person wished to be and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, honestly, life. Because if it wasn't Charlie, because I mean, Charlie wasn't that bad. Like honestly, what Charlie said wasn't that bad. Because I personally think even the term "dude" is like neutral.
Yeah.
But like there's gonna be far worse cases. Honestly, there's gonna be far worse cases.
I mean, he's not out there shooting them.
No, exactly. And we just can't prevent that. Even if we live in a better like world, we just can't prevent that. That's always gonna happen.
People have opinions and opinions.
Yeah, because like
They can say what they want.
Yeah, people can say what they want, and like I'm pretty sure all of us here have gotten flack for anything, honestly, you know, and that's the shame of it, you know, us being like minorities and other things, you know, but that's kind of the world we live in.
I mean, some of us.
No, I mean all of us, bro. All of us, bro. But I mean that's my thing though. It's like I don't want to like, you know, play favorites or anything like that. But my thing is that that's life. That's the world we live in. We live in any world, any place we go to, it's gonna be like that, you know. And I'm not trying to say like this person needs to toughen up, but I'm like,
understand that you're not gonna get that respect every time.
Yeah, like people, like you said, both of you said, you know, because it's like you said, people aren't always gonna like you. You know, people aren't always gonna respect you.
No.
And you don't have to respect.
No.
You don't have to
probably should, but like you don't have to.
No, of course not.
There's no rule to life that says, oh, you gotta love everybody, you gotta respect.
That's so true.
You don't have to.
No.
But like, it's just like
it'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
And for the most part, I think people do like each other.
Yeah. I mean, I like people. People, I'm a very people. People person.
No, I know you are.
I'm a very social animal because I need to be able to have conversation because like. Not have a conversation, but like, just like have interaction with people that just grow me as an individual and stuff. But like, yeah, you know, like to me, it's just like, you know, I don't think you should put so much effort about what other people that do not do anything for you, that you should put your energy upon them.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't try to force anything upon them. If anything, you should grow yourself as an individual. Like maybe I was in the wrong, not trying to help, like. Say their word, but like the thing is like I'm living my own life.
Yeah.
They're living their own life. And like my life isn't interacting with them.
I'm here to watch a movie,
100%.
Yeah.
I'm here to watch a movie, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, because I do feel like it wasn't like a malicious thing to say and stuff. Like you didn't mean any harm in any way or form and stuff. But at the same time, you know, I understand this person, and I'm pretty sure maybe this person was going through a lot and stuff. And you know what? And maybe that person really did want some form of like reassuring of their identity, you know, like maybe they really did need it.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, we don't know. But yeah, but Ben, you're right. He does have the point.
You have the point that it's like that comes from within.
Yes.
You know, and it's just like you need to like, you know, be strong in yourself, and then you know, like that's the most important thing. You know, because like we all agree, no, there's no guarantee that people are gonna like you. There's no guarantee that people are gonna be nice to you. There's a guarantee that eventually you're gonna get fucked over by somebody.
Oh yeah, and I think that happens to all of us, honestly.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It might be worse for someone here, someone there, but at the end of the day, everybody gets piped.
You have a good point though. Like like everyone to a certain degree gets fucked over in some way or form, you know. But it's something we just have to handle. And I feel like a lot of this was like, you know, miscommunicated.
Yeah.
This is just stuff that happens. Like,
everyone happens.
It wasn't like, Charlie went and punched some random person in the face. Or Charlie pushed someone in a wheelchair down the stairs. You know, like,
you know, and
you're doing stuff like that.
and I hope that person well, honestly, you know.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, it was just like that.
It wasn't necessary, basically, what it was.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing.
It's just, you know, again, like we were saying, like to me, it's just you know, you want something, you go get it. You know, you want to create something in your world, you create it. You do not need validations from anyone else besides your own. You know, why a lot of people, like you said, there's people in the world that need acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance, yeah.
And then there's people in the world like me who don't really care about other people's opinions besides the people I care about.
Yeah.
So like at times I'm conflicted upon this because like I mean of course expanding upon this.
Yeah.
It's just why do people want other people to care about their way of living? You know, like I mean in the end we all end up in the ground.
Yeah.
You know, in the end we all come back to the world. You know, we all come back to this world and. You know, it's not that I'm not trying to say it's a dog world that you need, like no one's out there to help.
It can be though.
It can be there, but like you know, also know that there's people out there who care enough to care about you, and the people who don't care to care about you.
That's the fun thing about life. Life is so interesting that there's many forms of it. Like it can be a dog world if you really want to view it that way. It can be a very like positive society if you really think of it that way. It's basically the way we think about it and the way we approach things. That's how it is. It's like the concept of like, do you see the glass half full or half empty? Yeah.
And what is the liquid?
Exactly. Soy sauce. But Miguel, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that people see that perspective of you know wanting to treat other people nicely and wanting to be treated nicely, and take it to an extent where if they're confronted with rejection or discrimination, it throws them off and it triggers them so bad that they're like, oh, why are you that way, blah 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 blah, and it's like, dude, this is life. Like you've come to a point where you think this isn't a normality, and now it's affecting you badly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying too. Is like I'm pretty sure I bet money that like if any of us were like in public, say around McDonald's, and someone like refused to help someone because they were black, like I'm pretty sure, or like anything. You know,
Yeah, of course.
it would be like, dude, that's fucked up.
Oh, we started a fight. We started a fight.
Everybody at McDonald's would probably get up and leave, or at least say something, because it's like you don't refuse service to someone just because.
Oh yeah.
Whatever it is, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like, you know, that's different than it being like, hey, someone like kind of just doesn't agree with me and it's offending me.
Yeah.
You know, and like I think that's touchy because it's like.
It's more of a personal issue then.
Yeah. Well,
It can be though. Yeah, you're
But
right.
it becomes a group issue when,
It becomes
when
a
it's
group
like
issue.
everybody's personality
Yeah,
is
it's
alike.
the same.
Yeah.
And they can like.
Or when they're all the same or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's funny like you were saying like how like there's people who are going to support you, there's people who aren't going to support you, there's people who ships in the night, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
But it's like, you probably know, because you play a lot of RPGs, you can choose your party. You pick the people who are going to be with you, like, you know, to the thick and thin. You're your ride or die bitches.
Yeah. The squad basically the squad that like that get along with you, that are willing to get along with you, that hear you out and stuff, but you know they'll agree. They can agree with you, but at the same time they can throw you some more conflicting topics and arguments and stuff, and that's good. Honestly, diversity when it comes to like diversity of ideologies is a good thing because that challenges your viewpoints, and that can either fortify them or you change them. Kind of like, oh, I never thought of it that way. I need to really look into this, and then your viewpoint kind of morph into like a mixture of your old one and the new one, or just the new one entirely. Or it can be like, this has made my viewpoint this has made my viewpoint a little bit stronger. Now my viewpoint's a lot stronger because of this, and who knows, you changed someone or vice versa, someone changed you, and that's a good way of having it. I think it's a healthy way of talking and communicating.
Here's a double-edged sword on that, man.
Go ahead.
It's like, you see these groups, and you're like, they're open to other ideas, they're open to other ideologies, but it also depends on who's it coming from, because it can be taken to the extreme and cause more damage than, support for the whole thing.
Oh.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like a double-edged sword, so...
okay.
Yeah. So you're providing this other view of it, but it's completely fucked.
Yeah.
And it's just damaging the whole thing.
You think so? I mean, it just depends, I believe. Go ahead, what you were saying.
Yeah, it depends. You can say something that's good to the wrong audience, and they'll take it the wrong way.
Yeah,
It
it clicks with them, but in other viewpoints, well, that's fucked up.
Oh, that's true.
See, okay, here's a thing that was a little topical, like about a couple years ago, was the whole Trump situation.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys.
Real quick, episode 1, we're gonna get
I'm not a
flagged.
political person at all, So
Yes.
I don't.
I mean, I'm not
anything about this.
I'm not political, but like I did get somewhat into it, and then I started seeing my friends be in a certain type of group. That like, I mean, you know, whether you're right, left, sideways, down, up, all go fuck, you know. That's what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, with me, what I consider myself as being very realistic and very out there and very just taking the time to understand the other person, you know, and taking the time to just like analyze and just cooperate. If you can analyze and cooperate and try to put yourself in their shoes and also put yourself in your shoes and also like just be yourself, like you can come up with like the greatest things, you know, like I mean you can be a douche, of course, but like no one's always gonna. You're not gonna have a lot of people that agree with you, and you're gonna have a lot of people that do agree with you. But like, you know,
I found the clarity of mind with that, with the whole leftist and the whole right extremists and shit. As like, when Trump became president, I really tried to see both sides, like why it's fucked up for that side and why it's fucked up for this side. I understand for me, it helps me, but it damages other people. You know what I mean? And for those, if it damages me, it's good for them. I get it. I see it all. And what gave me the peace of mind to see it both ways is that, you know, I pointed it out to Vince. And he's like, dude, those both parties are fucked up. It's just, you know, the run of power at the top.
I think I was telling this to Ben, I think, or to someone that I like the idea. I'm not a big fan of both extremes being so vocal. Because I think that's the thing that kind of annoys me. The whole thing is they're both so vocal about it. But what I do like is that sometimes you really do need the extremes. You need the extreme right and the extreme left, because you can look at it. Because people love making it into a team thing. You can see it throughout history. It's always either shirt versus skins or something ridiculous. But I love doing that.
We're very tribal.
Very tribal. It has to be one side or the other. But in reality, it's like a spectrum. It's like a spectrum of colors and stuff. So but you know where the extreme is of right and left. So my favorite thing is that like now that we know the extremes, I can say, well, that side's full of shit. That other side's also full of shit. Now I can kind of find a middle ground where you can be more reasonable and understand, like, you know what? I can take snippets on this side, but then I can take snippets on that side and create a much more stable ideology or like a statement
that you think would be more fair.
More
fair, more realistic.
And I think it's healthy way looking like that. And sometimes we do need those extremes because they show you what's wrong. And I think that's a really cool way of seeing it, because now you know. You look at the far right and you're like, oh yeah, what they're doing there is horribly wrong. That's what I need to avoid. And then you look at the far left and you're like, oh, that's horrible what they're doing there on that side. So I'm gonna avoid that kind of stuff. But then you get snippets of like, you know what, that makes sense. And then the other side, well, that makes sense. And then you create the moderate middle.
It's like one side's Coke, one side's Pepsi. They're both shit.
Let's get Shasta.
Shasta's way better, dude. Oh my God.
I do like Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb is.
And I do like Dr. Pepper. Oh, I think I like Mr. Pibb more.
Just drink some water.
Yeah, but you know what? We can at least compromise. You know, it's like instead of picking one soda, let's buy a fountain machine. Let's buy a fountain drink. Let's buy a fountain machine, and then you can just get all the sodas you want.
Just don't get the diet.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
That's why, I think the whole fucking identification thing is kind of fucked up, because you're forcing this ideology on the whole world that is gonna take forever. Forever. If you want them to adjust to your infinite nouns that you claim to have, and it's just you just bring it down to your please, because it's way too much. Identify as you want to identify. Fine with me. Fine with whoever. You don't really care. If it does you good, go for it. Go for it. It's just when it comes to basic science, biology, basic identifying you to help you, keep it simple. Keep it fucking simple.
I get it. I think I understand what you're saying. Something.
And there's the thing too is that, like, you know, trans, genderqueer, intersex, whatever. I'm not sure exactly the word. It's a broad term.
And you know, we're all a bunch of dudes here. You know, trying to keep that in mind. Disclaimer. We're trying to like approach this in a healthy way.
If there's anybody who has some information,
please
let us know. I would personally personally like to know more.
Yeah, so would I.
You would personally like to know, but like, I mean, I guess I have my mindset on just like joking.
Here goes our monetization. There it goes.
I have a mindset that we are all humans. We're all people, you know, and I understand we all go on different roads in life and stuff. But in the end, to me, it's like we're all people. We're all humans, and you know, I'll give you the same amount of respect that I would give anyone else. But like the moment you're trying to shove something down my throat, like I mean, come on, like I mean, who are you to try to like give me something that I don't want? Who am I to try to give you something you don't want?
I think that at that.
It's like you said when you see both sides of the extreme as you come to the middle and see a middle ground. You know, you see that side and you see your views and you're like, all right, let's compromise here in the middle.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one. Is a sense of compromising. We don't do that a lot. And I think that's the one thing we should really like.
A lot because we're so kind of like
caught up with this like game of like who's right and who's wrong. But I mean,
we always want to be right.
Honestly, we're all caught up in our bubble. I mean, we have so much going on. Like honestly, we all have a lot.
Everyone does, and like sometimes you know. Not everyone is at their best, you know?
Everybody has horrible days, alright?
Yeah.
We all have them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Relax.
Like,
Relax.
we have some pretty bad days.
Relax. I just feel like a lot of people gotta be more open-minded, man.
No, it's
That's
true.
really true. Like a lot of people have to be open and like really take into analyze it and take into consideration without you having your bias. Thoughts upon it.
I think
look at it, you know, like think about that.
I'm pretty sure once you told that person, like, I don't care what you identify as, I'm pretty sure you thought, like, all right, at a certain ground, I could come and tell you, like, oh, her.
Yeah.
Like, because at that time, you'll probably know the person or try to know the person. And that'll bring.
I think that was the thing though. Like it's like when you're trying to get to know someone, you know, you get to understand them and get to know them and stuff. But when it came to like that whole theater thing, it seemed like you already had us like objective of like I want to watch a film with my female companion here.
Yeah.
So you know, I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't like.
So everybody just kind of went off of emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we do, we're people.
Yeah, and
No. Even I don't know. I mean, there's. I know we are just humans and we all have emotions, but even then, you have the responsibility to check yourself. Before you wreck yourself.
No, you're right. Honestly, you're totally right. That's very true.
Said, you can't fly. It's because you shouldn't fly off the handle.
Yeah.
It's super hard not to do.
It's really hard.
It is hard, but you have to be responsible for yourself.
You can't always put up your guard and be like, oh, should I call this person that? Oh, should I call this person that?
Sometimes it slips, you know?
Too, if someone's like, hey,
constantly like that, it's draining, bro.
And it's just like,
you know what?
am I gonna do? Be like, no.
Dude,
you know, like that's just like
No.
I had the right way, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't. At that point, it's up to the individual to be like, do I
care enough?
Do I care about these ideals I have or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Do I want to go see my movie? I don't know. Or do I want to, take the time to argue with this person? Or do I want to humor them? Do I want to take the time to say, like, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to humor you, but just know that I don't agree with you. Bye.
Yeah.
People can do whatever they want, man. Like, people can say like that. I think it's a waste of time to say that.
It is a waste of time. It's like everyone has those days.
Yeah.
Everyone, makes mistakes.
You know what? Early story really reminded me about 2 weeks ago. No. 2 weeks ago, I had to go pick up my car because it was getting fixed up and shit.
Yeah.
So I requested a lift, and I see like, oh, Elizabeth will pick you up in her Hyundai. I'm like, okay, I'm expecting a girl. Blah blah blah. She pulls up, and obviously she looks like a man.
Yeah.
Because like I was really thrown off. I'm like, so I get in. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? And like she did not she didn't respond in a negative way. She just kind of went with it. She's like, oh, good. How about you, dude? Just like in a chill way. She obviously knew. She knew that I didn't know how she identified, and I don't know what she wanted to be properly called. She probably wanted to be still called Elizabeth or a woman. But I was sitting there just driving, and I was thinking, I'm like, how do I keep talking without misrepresenting how
Yeah.
she, or I was trying to ask
I
to
think-
make it awkward to see how she identifies.
So it's like, like if someone is trans or gender, whatever, queer, gender
Yeah.
non-conforming, I don't think if it's awkward for you to have to explain yourself,
Yeah.
it's like, obviously that speaks to a larger issue, you know, but it's just like, you know, I hope and wish that people who are that way, we as people get to the point where it doesn't have to be awkward to ask someone
That's good.
who is
Yeah.
of, now this sounds like rude, but I don't mean it rude, of questionable gender.
You're questionable.
Like that's just not like of the way it's like, oh, that's good or bad.
It's funny.
Of indeterminate gender.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't be a problem to say, excuse me, what are you?
No, yeah.
what are
And-
your
I honestly felt so
pronouns?
awkward from wanting to
Yeah.
ask that question. I just kept it so.
It shouldn't be, because I feel like, according to what these people are saying on that side of the world, they're saying that is what they're pushing for, that they want everybody to ask and all this stuff.
Yeah, but
and
then
it's
they
like,
ask, and you're like,
But like,
yeah, and if they say, that's what I'm saying. If they turn around and be like, that doesn't matter to you, then it's like, well, then what the fuck am I supposed to call you?
Yeah. So and
Okay,
I think this is all
It's
new.
like you're driving
Yeah.
me. You're my Uber. I need to talk to you at some point.
Well, I mean, it's nice when they don't talk to you.
No, like,
I don't know.
it's
I'm just saying Ubers in general. Not that. I mean, Ubers in general. It's nice when the drivers don't talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's really nice.
Oh, it's like being in the bathroom when some dude just starts talking to you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
How's it
But
going?
I will say this is new though. Like this is all new stuff. And I was telling the Charlie earlier, like it's we're gonna get like the extremes of it, but I think it's natural because you know we're kind of like testing the waters of like you know what's gonna happen later in the future, and I think eventually it will simmer down, and then you know it'll be less awkward and it'll be much more comfortable. You know, understanding trans and stuff like that.
This movement is not gonna go away, man.
No, it's not. I don't even think it's a movement. I think my thing is like this is like normal. People do things like this, you know.
It's just coming into this.
okay, well,
I know it's finally being more accepted, and it should be accepted because you know it's just people trying to live their lives, you know.
okay, people are trying to live their lives like you said. Look, see, like I honestly, like
Sorry, no, ignore me. Go ahead.
no, it's just like I mean I understand that you're trying to like not like, but like you know like honestly with these people
I know, right? Like,
You're not trying to offend.
no, it's not that.
What?
Okay, these.
I know what you're trying to say.
We're humans. You can just have a conversation about something else. Honestly,
Yeah.
you don't even have to talk about your sex. Like, why the fuck do you?
So-
why the fuck should I care about your sex when I don't even fucking care about
So-
you? Let's have a simple conversation about like,
Yeah.
how's work, how's Uber, like how's that?
Yeah, that's
oh,
good.
that's great actually.
Some of these
At the same time, though, it shouldn't be taboo for someone.
it shouldn't be taboo.
It's not taboo. I'm not saying it's taboo. I'm just saying why
It shouldn't be weird. It's like look, like, because I know I can go to you and I could say, hey, how have your latest experiences been? And you will go into graphic detail about all of it.
I think the main discussion here is that why is your sexuality and your gender orientation some form of identity and stuff? But my thing is, like I think you were saying it earlier too, it is their identity sometimes because these people sometimes that's all they have.
Because sometimes other people define them by that.
Yeah,
And when you put it to
and
a
it's
box-
sad because you know it's like you learn and adapt from like this little box these people put you in, and that's all they think of you as like, oh, you're this, you're this, you're this, and that's all you have because you don't know anything else, and it's really like psychologically damaging that you're put in this box all the time, so that's all you have to express yourself with, and it's really a big shame, and that's why I was agreeing with you on that one. I see it, I see that viewpoint.
And that's what I'm saying is that, like, I don't think that's special to just gender non-conforming people or minorities. I think it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Because everybody is treated a specific way growing up based on who they're perceived to be by their parents, their whoever.
Yeah,
It's the world.
like so,
It's
yeah,
the world.
community,
Always-
social,
they
yeah.
don't tell you, you know what I mean?
Miguel's
If
leaving. No.
he's gonna run
Okay.
out of if they think you're dumb, they're all gonna tell you you're stupid, you're dumb, or and they'll say it in a different way.
Yeah.
They'll say, oh, you're challenged.
Yeah.
You're not good with school or whatever. You're slow. There's many ways they say different things.
Yeah, and it's
Those
not
are the
hurtful.
same things, by the way. Those are not the same things.
No, it's not. But
like,
it's kind of close to the same topic of like they put you in this box
even
and
when
then
they tell you positive things, they put you in a box.
Yeah.
It can affect people negatively. Like,
Yeah, of course.
Really, really pretty.
It reminds
people,
me-
I'm sure they're like, oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. If you constantly tell somebody that, I can imagine that eventually they're gonna develop maybe.
That happens though. You're right.
Self-esteem issues of
Because
some sort,
because once beauty does fade. Like when it comes to physical aspects, it does fade. So
Never for Ben.
Never for Ben. But they panic. They honestly panic, and they go out crazy ways to keep it. Also, like what was like people they keep saying, "Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart."
Yeah.
And in the moment they get like a B in something,
Yeah.
they almost commit suicide, and that happens a lot.
That's just the age.
Nothing. Anyways, but that happens a lot, and it's so worrisome that they believe that, oh no, I have failed. But we're humans. It's okay to fail.
But I didn't, like, dude, what Charlie said is at the end, why the fuck should you care?
Okay.
But we're going back to it though. Some people do care.
Okay, see that.
But why?
That's
Because
Fucking don't.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's because
It's hard to not care.
Yeah, okay, it is hard to not care, but like I guess it's just because like people are I don't know. I think I was just raised super different. Like I was raised to like to just like you again saying this again like you create your own world. You create who you want to be. And you create it, and that's the thing that affects me. You
So
create it.
it's nice for you to say that because like you know what like. Everyone's different, and I and like I feel you because like it's. But I get you completely on this one because.
I understand that everybody's different.
Yeah, because you were raised differently, and like you had the experience, and you had like the nurture of like
Having that freedom.
to have that ideology, and I think it's a really positive ideology. I mean, I think it is. That's my opinion. But some people don't.
Yeah, like I know people very close to me who were not raised anyway like that.
No.
Who were treated like shit their entire lives and still are.
They're all to an expectancy.
Yeah, like their parents legit hate them. Like treat them like garbage, have been abused every conceivable way, and continue to be. And because of all this trash, zero self-esteem, substance issues, identity issues, depression, things like that. Like there are, obviously real consequences to people being horrible parents.
Yeah.
And you know where that comes from? Having horrible parents.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not for whatever reason, not everybody gets to the same point where they're like, I don't care, because you're one of the most like uninhibited people I've ever met. Like, I have not met a lot of people who are just like, I don't fucking care. I have me, and that is amazing. That's what I'm saying. That's a great thing. But not everybody's like that.
Okay. So this is just my opinion, but I think that's an excuse because I mean. It can be. Honestly, it can be. Because no one knows me like 100%. No one knows me 100%. But like, okay, no one knows like this. Like, okay, so what? Like, from what I can remember to like 6 or 7 years old, me, like, we lived in a car. Me, my older brother, and my mom, we lived in a car.
Yeah.
We have no apartment. We lived in a car.
Yeah.
Like. I went through a struggle too.
Yeah.
Like I had stuff like that's happened to me too. But this is where it changed. This is where my mindset like flourished. You have the opportunity and you have the chance to create yourself again. You have to because I could have been trash. Yeah. Because of the area, I could have made that into an excuse and become a trashy person. Yeah. But I made that to influence me like. Yo, you know what? Maybe because of this, it could better me. Maybe because of this, I want more. Maybe because of this, I can be more.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not trying to say like it's just
different mentality.
Like my mentality just grew, and I did not let this little thing that happened in life, and then so a lot of other stuff happened in my life.
Yeah, you didn't let it define you.
Yeah, you know what? I was just like, you know what? I can make something. This is why maybe that moment in time was what created the person I am today. Because it's just like I'm stuck in this area for this moment in time. But I can be great.
You're saying that though. Could it be applied the same way with these people like I've been getting so much shit and all this stuff based on like who I am as a person,
Yeah.
basically my gender and stuff. Like I want to make something better at it.
Yeah.
Like what if that's the same way they're implying it, but instead of them being themselves, they're incorporating their gender, being like, you know what? I'm gonna point out that like this is who I am, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
I catch your
And
fault.
see,
Yeah.
this thing too, that's like, there's, like, it's great that like what you said about your life and stuff, that there's lots of people like that. I don't know, maybe, but I'm sure they're out there, you know?
No, they're probably, for sure there are.
You know, but like, sadly, there's a lot of people who have similar experiences who don't end up that way.
No.
We're like
You know, and
pretty
it's-
much just self-destructive.
Yeah, because it's different people, dude.
Yeah.
People react to things differently, and I don't think
Yeah.
there's a concrete way of it being like, oh, you know, some people are abused as children, and they grow up to be great parents because they realize that, you know what, no, this is wrong, and like I'm gonna be stronger for it. Some
Yeah.
people, it never changes. Some
No.
people, they end up worse. It depends. You know,
Yeah,
it's a roll of dice at that
people are fascinating. Humans are fascinating. That everyone can be a complete wild card.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's just Charlie, just hearing Charlie's story like that just reminds me of somebody that is completely opposite to that. And I mean completely opposite. It's like every day I see something from this person, it's so self-destructive. It's like nobody likes me. I want to hang out, but nobody's going to hang out with me. I need a girlfriend, but nobody likes me. I'm fucking ugly. And they're like, no, man, you got it. You can get a girlfriend. It's like, no, they all fucking hate me. I'm ugly. I'm like, dude, like, I want to tell them, like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, we're trying to help you out. You're like, what is it not like?
So my-
thinking that you
it's-
are
They
a
don't,
good
they don't,
person.
they don't need help from someone. They need help from themselves.
Like you
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
Have you tried speaking with the manager?
Yeah. Because you're saying that.
Yeah.
You're saying that earlier. I think we're heading somewhere. You were saying that earlier. It's like no. You're saying that earlier, and I liked it a lot. You're saying that like you're saying like, oh, people don't listen to me and stuff. It's like correction. I don't think it's the people that they need to listen to you.
Oh.
I think you need to listen to yourself.
Dude, here's the thing.
And no one does that. People really need to look down on themselves and see it.
Dude, but here's the
This is
thing.
why I
Like,
love you guys.
I wanted to help this person. I wanted to tell him, like, look, man, like,
Yeah.
you should really get out there. You know, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Take like, speak your sound. But it's like, after seeing so many people trying to help him out, trying to tell him positive things, and him just reverting to the same negativity, the same self-destructive mentality, I was just like, dude, this is, dude, honestly just getting depressing, and it's making me fucking feel bad.
Yeah,
So,
because that stuff does spread, and it sucks because you really do want to help people.
Yeah.
You really do, but there's nothing. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but there's no way of helping these people without them wanting to.
yeah. You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
No, and
God
gosh damn it. Oh God. But yeah, it's a shame because I don't like saying that because I really do believe that we should help one another, help each fellow people, but we can't for the fact that that's something they have to do within. And
I guess
I think there's nothing wrong with just like telling like, hey man, you actually do need to find help or find self-help because you really do need it.
I guess that's what I was trying to fall back into. Is like, I hope this guy just like snaps, just like Charlie did. Like, I'm not gonna let this define me.
It's up to them sometimes.
So you always
Sometimes
hear
it's up to them.
like Phil Anselmo from Pantera.
Oh my God.
He always talks about his drug issues.
Yeah.
And he's like eventually
You gotta quit cold turkey.
I realized it wasn't working for me.
Like for me, for instance, like I was such an angry person, for the longest time. Yeah, that too. I was such a druggie. No, I'm kidding. I was such a dummy druggie. Anyways, no, but I was always like angry all the time until at one point I just quit. I gave up. I was like, you know what?
When was that?
Like high school.
I wasn't there for it.
Because I didn't know you in high school. But I was like, I gave up because I was like, you know what, man? Like, honestly, being this angry all the time, it's like, it fucking poisons you, man. Like, it sucks. You feel unhappy all the time. And at one point, I'm like, you know what, man? I just gotta, what did he say in Godzilla? Sorry, I have to quote him.
Right?
Not that one. It's like sometimes you just gotta, you just gotta forgive the demons that
killed your parents.
the demons that harmed you. You gotta make peace with it, and honestly, it does help. Honestly,
You're gonna have to see your uncle one day.
I honestly do, because I owe him like 50 cents. No, but it's true. Like, you know, there's stuff we do learn, and we get a lot from it. But sometimes people, it takes a lot more for people.
See, and then honestly, it just goes back to what I was talking about. How like this girl like wanted to find a certain type of people, or wanted to develop herself.
Yeah.
She, you know,
we went way back in full circle.
Yeah. It's because it all comes down in a circle. Because everything's a full circle. Everything's beautiful because you end up finding yourself. You end up creating yourself. You end up being who you end up being in life.
I think somebody back in the day, like, when we had our group and all, somebody is just like, kind of the same situation. Like, I like your friends. They're so open-minded, blah blah blah. And we tell them like, you can bring them. Like, just talk to them. Yeah. We're open. Like, we're open to take them in. Why not? You know.
I think that's the healthiest.
Sound like an event.
Angelic is.
Jesus Christ.
No, I think it's a healthy thing for us, like fellow people, to do. It's just like we need to learn how to socialize.
Here's the difference, though. We're not stuffing it down on people's.
Yeah. Well, we should, because I think oh my god, but I think it's healthy, like to socialize and talk to people and understand viewpoints, ideologies, and stuff we can like get across and understand and get to know it.
Dude, I'm like, that's be nice. That'd be so nice to have, but people are just so narrow-minded and stuck in their way.
Well, I mean, there's just so much people out there, man, and everyone has their own things.
I honestly feel that these people need to get exposed to that, kind of be like, whoa.
By these people, we mean like people that are not
People
used
are
to
stuck in their
socializing.
ways. They're not used to socializing.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Even though they need to be exposed into like a new way of thinking, you're not gonna change your mind if you're not willing to change.
Yeah,
you're not gonna change
you
your mind
got-
if you're not
you got a good
willing
point.
to like open this.
Which,
your box.
honestly, I think. Oh my god. Which I honestly think to socialize, you really have to, because there's so much people out there, and everyone thinks so differently. There is no way you can interact with these people with such a closed mind, because you're not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna keep a conversation going. It's just so difficult. You got something to say, Ben? Because you looked at me funny.
Yeah, he looked like
It
you were
just
about
looks funny.
You're about to roast me or something. Okay.
you look like you were about to say something.
I'm just
like,
thinking about something.
What is it?
I had gas for me.
Oh my god.
But it happened.
Alright. But I think you have to be some form of like hearing people out to actually socialize. Yeah. Would you have anything to say to that?
Yeah, you need to make more friends.
I know I do. Honestly, I do.
What do you mean you have a lot of friends?
No.
I mean,
He has like 5.
I do. I like 5.
you have some like.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Shut up. But going back to it, it's just that, you know.
Bring her in, bro.
Miranda, get in.
Yeah, whenever you want, bring your friend. You know, we can have more. We have more real talk.
Of course. Yeah,
But-
some real talk right there. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean,
This is the podcast to do it. Likely salted, you know.
Salted.
we're
Yeah.
just gonna be.
Yeah.
doing
Touch
what
on
we
your
can.
nerve a little bit.
Yeah. What?
Ah, touching your nerve a little bit.
Yeah, touch the little nerve like a little bit. I think it's healthy, honestly. I got. Yeah, exactly. I think it's healthy touching the nerve because I feel like you have to understand why is my nerve so sensitive about the subject,
Yeah.
and then we get into the topic of it.
No,
I don't want to be like desensitized, but I understand
Oh, it's
why
like,
it
it's like
hurts
exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
in a way.
it-
Because it's healthy, I think, because to understand why certain things grind your gears or why certain things
Get you going.
Exactly.
the subject on
Both
that,
positive and negative.
the subject on that for me was the far right ideology, how like
Yeah.
they hated immigrants coming in because they're taking their jobs and doing this, it's causing so much damage to our country. I'm like, and I took that, I got a little like mad because I was like, what the I'm trying to help out society, I'm trying to be part of society, I'm trying to bring the best I can. What do you mean immigrants are here to damage you? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then where I work at, one of the guys that sells us tools,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah man, like I'm so mad at these immigrants coming in here trying to get citizenship. Like I did it the right way. I don't know why these people are getting these permits to
Yeah.
be here and be able to work. And
No, because there's cheap labor. That's why.
he finished, and I was like, no, I'm one of those.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
You're not from here?
No, I'm not from here.
No,
I told him like, dude, like I'm one of those people. Like I'm here. I've been here. I'm glad they gave me this permit, so I don't have to work under the table and struggle to like fucking live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When did you
At
know?
least now I can do it legally. Like
Well,
5 minutes.
I'll take
5
that.
minutes. Like 5 minutes ago with the
Yeah, so like, see, here's the thing. See,
So wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I wanted to know more about
Yeah.
this mentality, and every time I dug deeper, it bothered me because
Yeah.
it just it bothered me more and more and more. But I wanted to know, like, okay, I can see how that can blah blah, blah like affect the other
Yeah.
side. I can see how that could be bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, we're both kind of getting screwed over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I came here when I was 2. I don't know what was
Yeah.
going on. I know more of this country than I do my own. My own home country probably won't even accept me just
They
because of the way I
probably,
look.
they probably won't. Yeah, and that's funny because I feel like a lot of it had to do with like, once again, miscommunication and misinformation.
Yeah.
A lot of misinformation, and no one wants to dive in
Yeah.
and handle it. They hear something and they get spoon fed, and then
That's what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, they're comfortable. They like to villainize something.
Oh yeah, and then what's funny is like, I don't know, it's weird because like you always hear people say like, oh, you know, they took our jobs and all that. They
took our jobs.
But in the same breath, they'll be like, oh, it's because the corporations want to spend like little to nothing on all these cheap illegal immigrants to work for them because it's better than having to pay like all these teamsters.
You know, it was
or
funny
whatever
you
it is,
say that because, like, most of the immigrants that come over here and have no way of getting a job and work under the table are pickers.
Yeah.
They go out to the field and pick. And they're like, oh, we need to tighten up security, border patrol, blah, 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 and make this stop. So they did that, and the farmers got to start to get affected because there's nobody that's willing to do that job.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, like it or not, immigration
They-
helps out this
They've
country.
done that
It's
themselves.
like Kelly Osbourne said on The View.
Oh my
hey,
God.
Mr. Trump, if you get rid of all the Mexicans, who's gonna wash the toilet?
Yeah.
Wait, no, not like that.
No, it's funny you say that because that whole thing with immigration is such a big thing in our culture, in our or the way our economic works, that it's ridiculous saying such ignorant statements like that. And it's funny when they're like all tighten up like security and stuff like that. But the immigration officers themselves sneak people in. That's like the ridiculous thing. I'm like, bro, like even they do it. Like that's ridiculous. Tighten up as much as you want, but money talks, man. Like money makes things happen.
Dude, there was a point where I was just like, fucking deport me, I don't care. I'm ready.
No.
We should, if we're gonna have about politics, we should talk about this in another episode.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Because
that would make it even longer, and
we already had like
Max.
Yeah, we're already past an hour.
You might want to brush up on all of our politics, just. I don't know anything.
Well, this is just like average Joes talking about like
Yeah.
the way we view this world
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Real, raw,
Unfiltered, unedited. Well, I might have to edit a little bit here. And if you heard like loud music in the background, you gotta thank our death metal group. What are they called? The Praver. Yeah. Yeah, they're good. They're cool dudes. Check them out. They're really cool stuff. But besides that, you know, that's us. So this is Lightly Salted. This is another episode 1, I guess, on this one. Anyone has anything to say about this?
Well, I mean, I think it was a great conversation because I mean, it's
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben.
no, but I mean, honestly, like, find the people you want to find and develop yourself in a great way, and just keep moving forward. Don't think that you're stuck in this mentality. You can always become greater, and you can expand your mind, the horizon. The horizon is very, 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 very broad and very, very far. So I mean, there's so much to learn. There's so much to be. Don't think that this is it. And I mean, I'm very grateful for having all these people around me, and you all people can expect the same thing if you just reach out for the stars.
Miguel, you want to say something?
Damn, shoot this out.
Miguel's good?
No, I was just gonna agree with Charlie. Like, touch back on what his friend wanted to do was find people that have that mentality of her. Yeah, find people that have the same mentality of you, but don't just be stuck on that one. Be open-minded for other opinions, and you don't have to care, but it'd be nice to just know about it and kind of take that middle ground of how to approach it.
Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Any last statements?
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you will learn more about yourself the older you get. It just happens. But I think you'll learn more about yourself when you're faced with, opposition and when things get hard. And also, if you're like me and you complain a lot,
Oh my god.
you have to physically say it to realize how fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And the moment you say it, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm dumb. I can't believe I'm so worried about this.
Yeah.
That's it. Just gotta let it out.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to do it with a friend. Maybe you have to do it alone, crying. I don't care. But like, you just realize what's really important to you, what's nonsense, and what's great.
Yeah.
And like Charlie said, you'll be reaching.
And then going into like just wrapping the whole thing up, basing on anything, basing on ideology, gender, any ethnicity, anything like that. At the end of the day, if you express yourself and be more open, you will find people, and you will find people that will like you for who you are and will accept you and
Just call you out on everything.
besides calling out on you, but like it basically accept you for who you are
Feedback.
and anything, and then help you grow as an individual. In the end of the day, I think that's the best thing to have. With that being said, go ahead.
Grimace, you never want to survive the Holocaust.
Alrighty, this has been lightly salted. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Have a lovely day. Farewell.
We'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
You are tomorrow, you're today.
Yep,
This is Charlie.
that's Charlie.
Marcos. I'm Miguel.
With our guest Ben.
Ben.
Once again, thank you everyone.
Kermit the Hog.
Take care.
Bye-bye.